Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve, who's all excited, and
Gemma,
me, Gemma, like you're in the Gemma, uh, and me, the other host, Colin.
new.
Neil. Neil. Oh man, if we haven't guessed from Steve's comments, we're reviewing Gi Charat. I think is the
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Uh,
I This is our first non Arahi Suzumiya episode uh in 3 months.
3 months? Has it been 3 months?
I think it might be more than that, but yeah. Like we went down a rabbit hole. That's for
That
sure.
is a rabbit hole. Not to fear, we're going to go down another rabbit hole soon enough.
Oh yes. But I did also send you after our discussion of the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, I ended up trying to search out the soundtrack
Hmm.
because I was listening to it on YouTube because but the quality wasn't great. So I was like, I really wish I could find it. So I looked on different streaming services and there's nothing. And then turns out that like a lot of music from Japan doesn't really go onto streaming services at all.
Oh,
And really the only way to get a lot of it is to buy the CDs. So
oh.
uh, ended up buying the soundtrack and having that shipped over. That will be, I think, to date the most expensive CD I've ever bought.
What? Jesus, just because of the shipping cost.
That and I think it was just generally it was an 11-year-old album that's probably not all been printed since. It was probably a copy that's been sitting there waiting to go. They don't have a cheap price on it. I think like I suppose if I think about it, the price of the CD itself was maybe about £20, which is not over the odds for something that's not really in print or um, you know that easily attainable. But yeah,
Yeah,
the shipping was murder. So
that
uh,
probably doesn't help because of our situation in this country at the moment.
on a
Oh,
good
actually,
side
no.
though, is the site that I bought it from.
Uh-huh.
They did all of the taxes and stuff for me, so I didn't have to like worry about it getting picked up at customs and turned down and stuff like that, which was nice.
You mean that what they done as a import is call it paper, flour, and comb?
No, they definitely did not do what they did on AliExpress when they sent my last Transformer, which was right toy with a value of $5 on it. Um, it was not worth $5. So no, they and it was really nicely packaged as well. So like it was bubble wrap and crepe paper and a huge like reasonably weighty cardboard box as well. I think the website was called CD Japan.
Oh,
Um, and they delivered that in like just over a week,
that's not too bad.
which was it was one of those things where like the really long shipping, like the 6 to 8 weeks or however long, was the difference of maybe £5, and you were already paying a reasonable amount to have it shipped at that rate. So it was like, I guess I'll just pay the £5 and have it like delivered in a way I can track and make sure it's okay and be like fully insured and
Yeah,
etc. 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 But
yeah.
the artwork and stuff on the album is lovely. It's really nice. Um, and also, I have just realized that I don't own a CD player anymore. So
You don't own a
I
you,
need to.
you got a record player, but not a CD player.
I know, like this is a sign of the times, man. Like I bought a car last year. That car does not have a CD player in it.
Do what? They don't have CD players
Yeah.
in it anymore at all.
Nope.
And not hidden away behind like this stupid screen somewhere.
Nope. There's literally no CD player in my new car. The older car I have, there's a CD player in that. But also, it's not really driving music. So what I need to
Yeah,
do is get it put into my PC and ripped and uploaded to my YouTube Music account so I can listen to it that way.
no. Can't be doing that.
It's all right. It's that's that no one else can have it. It's just me at that point. So
That's, technically, I think that's a grey area in this country still.
very much. Oh, totally. Even though I have an upload for 50,000 songs that I can totally use.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's Steve's Pirate Bay right there,
Yeah. It's my Pirate Bay that's only accessible to me.
and anyone else that knows your password.
Actually, no.
No.
Like even if someone signs in as me, yes. But like even if I share because I have a family account
Uh-huh.
um that I use with my wife, and she doesn't have access to my private songs, even though we're on the same account.
All right. Is that a good? I mean, does she like want to listen to your private songs?
Well, I suppose it's
Or
that thing of like it's good because she gets her own 50,000 song uploads,
yeah,
but it's kind of a bummer because it means that if I'm ripping my songs or stuff that we both listen to, I would have to upload it to both for it to be available for both of us.
yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's
At
fine.
least so far, from what I've found, I'm uh I'm in the middle of basically downloading a load of podcasts and uploading them to YouTube Music at the moment.
Okay. Just so you can listen to it
Like
somewhere else.
yeah, like the ones I pay for like Patreon and things like that without ads and stuff like that. I make sure and download the premium versions of them and upload them to YouTube.
Why are you that for? You can not just listen to them anyway.
Oh, I can, but then if I stop paying for the premium, then I don't have access to them anymore.
All right, okay. I see. Dodgy dealings again.
I'll just like making sure I get what I paid for.
Uh-huh. Until YouTube like somehow self-destructs and doesn't exist.
Oh, I still have it. Well, I say that as well. I also have like a backup in my G Drive as well.
Google just suddenly self-explodes and the internet
Yeah,
breaks. Nothing
if
works.
Google disappears, I'm a little more screwed.
Or the big
But
solar
yes,
flare hitting us and frying all the electronic equipment.
it could happen. It could happen.
They've been talking about it for
I mean,
years.
there's that what's the guy named Brian George, the guy that does the pitch meetings for YouTube.
Oh
And
yeah,
he did that whole like my roommate got possessed thing,
yeah,
and how it wasn't a big deal because it was 2020, and it's like yeah,
yeah,
that might as well happen. It's
yeah.
fine.
Pretty much.
Kind of what it feels like.
Yeah,
So
it's
do you feel like this situation has made you stronger or just kind of numb? It's like I'd like to say that it's made me stronger, but you know, probably more just numb.
yeah. It's yeah. That was a good one. It's like, oh,
I did like that.
wait, you've been possessed now? And it's like, yeah, I possessed your flatmate. It's like, oh, that's cool. It's like,
That
well,
might still happen.
you're not phased?
No,
No, not really. It's
I think
2020.
the response is, listen, there are two. This is, of course, back when the election was on as well. Look, there are two old white guys fighting over who wants to be the ruler of the apocalypse. So, you know, we could be talking about a whole state being on fire one week and then not the next. So, and
Yeah.
indeed not wrong,
No, that did
and it's
happen.
still going on.
Yeah. It is. Is the other one that he did? Uh, is the other one where you basically get teleported into a game show? He just wandered around and teleported into the game show, and they basically ask him about his him from this other dimension, time zone type thing, and it's like, how stupid is was it something about being the stupidest time travel? In this time travel, they all got like disease and got told to wear masks, but and self isolate, but no one did because they didn't want to do it. Yeah, type thing. And it's like,
That,
yeah, and
that,
this
that's
disease is like super contagious. And they're like, wait, we might not want to bring you here.
uh yeah,
Uh,
the less said about that whole fun, the better.
yeah.
I'm I'm at a loss. I think somebody who put it best, and I know that this is only really the case in the US, not so much here. Like we have our own band of nut jobs in the UK, but they're
Oh, you mean like
not quite as impactful.
the people that tried to take over Edinburgh Castle?
That's the ones, yeah.
Yeah, and started quoting the Magna Carta articles as laws for Scotland, which, by the way, we were nothing to do with that. That's an English and the continent thing, I believe. It's for the
Yeah,
Earls, and then
it's just silly.
it was us that went in with the Arbroath Declaration, I think it's called Declaration of Arbroath.
Getting a good history lesson here.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
yeah, and I think that was how we kind of tried to stay afoot. But yeah, the Magna Carta apparently isn't really much to do with Scotland. Yeah,
Well, in the
these
US, I think
nut jobs claimed it was.
uh, it's they're different brand, different flavor, but they're the same kind.
Yeah.
And in the US, I think somebody pointed out it's like if you're maybe driving past three or four different health centers where you can have a free vaccination on your way to go and pay for some horse medication, maybe you want to reevaluate your life. And I kind of agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, I was going back to the whole Magna Carta thing. It was response to the police officer was there. They got called out to it, where
Oh yeah,
I was like the police officer came up and said, "Yeah, yeah, what you doing?" Something like, "Oh, we're taking back the castle for the people" type thing. And the police officer was like, oh, okay then, that's cool." Type thing.
I mean it's sort of like what can you do?
That's
You have fun. Like I
yeah,
mean, it's
it's
this
true.
seems innocuous to a degree. Like sure, you do that.
Yeah,
That'll make the difference, right?
yeah,
This is
no,
this is what's going to turn the tide and make sure that people know what's up.
yeah. I mean, like it's not like there's an army garrison stationed there.
Oh no, no, not at all.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the other thing as well is it's like the I don't want to get my vaccination because I don't know what's in it. Said the person that's smoking a cigarette. Um, it's like, yeah, you're right. You should be really protective about what you put in your body, smoking person.
yeah. Or the drug users. Ah,
Yeah, I it's there's a I don't even want to call it a logical leap. I just want to say that there's like a
it's not logically.
it's no there's just a logical void where where common sense and reason should exist and doesn't,
Yeah.
and instead it's filled with 5G and lizard people conspiracy theories about vaccines controlling you. It's
Oh,
amazing.
lizard people, man. That's because the Live came on
Yeah.
Netflix.
So I such a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Such a good movie. Also, I
Roddy,
don't know. No, you know what? No,
Roddy,
this will go up. This will go up soon. For UK listeners, and this is not we're in no way affiliated with the site, but Zavi, I think, are having their 12th birthday at the moment.
are they?
And they're doing some pretty decent deals on anime and manga, like 40% off.
Yeah, they generally do something like that every so often. Uh,
They've even done like price cuts and then 40% off now.
ooh,
So you can get like uh the like I did actually. I got the really nice 4K edition for Akira. I think I got it for like £18, and it
Yeah.
was reduced from 45 or something ridiculous like that. But today they are also doing a sale on Arrow TV movies as well, and like they're guys that do full restorations for horror movies and like sort of genre stuff.
Oh, yeah, your other passion.
Yeah, so I got like a bunch of horror movies on like with the nice they all come with like commentary tracks and all this cool shit, and it was again 40% off, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. So anyway, should we talk about the thing that we're really
Should we talk
maybe?
about the thing we're here to talk about?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Let's do that.
so do you want to explain what this is? Because we've you've mentioned this to me, like we've been batting this back and forward for months now because we've decided this is how we were going to break up, uh, finishing off Haruhi and then moving on to Lane.
mhm.
How do you know what this is and what is this, Colin?
uh, so years and years ago, like a good 20 years ago, because it was like early 2000s. This came out, and it's just songs that I watched a lot of shite, and this was one of them. To be honest, that's how I know this, and it's like what?
It's can I like let me level with you, right?
Hmm.
I there are lots of things I love about this, like in a very unironic way. Um, I don't maybe think the whole thing is great, but man, there are some moments in it that are just pure joy.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's just some stupid shit,
like
man.
I, oh, it's like so good. Like in some places, the I've we'll get to that. We'll get to like my favorite episode at one point, but and same for you. But like in particular, I have a a deep fondness of when the characters will be all extremely cutesy and then just they just like the camera will pan away and the music will like fade out and they just like talk darkly into a corner, and it's really it happens several times throughout the entire show, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
usually the green haired one is doing it too.
yes,
Yes,
Dejiko.
physical. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's Dejiko, and so yeah, I guess we should start off with episode one then. And of course, we should mention there are 16 episodes of these. We'll probably go through them relatively quickly because nothing happens in them really. But more importantly, is they're about 3 minutes long each.
I think the most that ever happens in one episode is probably the first episode.
It's definitely the one with the narrative.
Yeah, it has a narrative in it. Okay, so basically, Dichiko comes down because she wants to be an idol, and they come from another planet, it seems. And she comes down, she's going
Yes,
to be
and
idol and be famous and all that. Uh,
yes, and she it's Dejiko, Puchiko, and Gemma, the yellow, basically the yolk of an egg that has sentience, I assume. They all
Yoko
like
Koenig.
bring their spaceship down.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like Gudetama, but they come down into Akihabara.
Well, going by the size of the image of it is it's the ship was bigger than the Earth essentially because it just has this wee graphic. It's like, oh,
You're
we're
right.
coming to Earth to like so I can become a popular pop idol type person, and it's like the ship was like there. Oh, get out the camera. Ship's like there, and then the planet's there, and it goes do.
And
This like
Smash.
slams into the side of the earth, and so
Yeah.
happens to saying that they landed in Akabara. Akabara?
I,
No.
I've, I've I've heard it pronounced many different ways. Akihabara is the one I always say, but I don't know if it's right.
Yeah, that famous place in Tokyo. Um,
Eh, It's the manga anime capital of and video games capital of Tokyo, right?
yeah. So here's also a thing. Well, they land and they go, haha, type thing. We're going to be famous type. and then realize they have pretty much no money and it's really hard to earn money, and they become homeless and they go, "Oh no, we're homeless now," even though they magically teleported their
Activation.
UFO into her bell that she wears around her neck. She's basically a cat girl with a bell around her neck.
Yeah,
And her baby sister, pretty cool.
Puchiko, yeah.
Yeah. And Gemma, who's like this straight and narrow person.
It- Like I say, Gamma is sort of the like ascension egg yolk
Yeah, but
with
he's
arms.
yeah, and he's very much essentially the guy. He tries to keep them legitimate within the legal and not abusing people. So
Yes.
they basically start going s- start a scene of going, oh, we're going to die out in the street, poor and lonely,
Yeah.
and then this slug comes up because that's how most of the human beings in planet Earth are slugs.
So here, this is right. Basically,
Hmm.
a large percentage of the humans that are drawn in this are essentially people inside like sleeping bags.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah, or the slugs with faces.
I was getting like heavy um Katamari Damacy vibes from these people, and also it reminded me of Bill Bailey in the first episode of season 2 of Black Books, where he is living in the new bookstore in his sleeping bag on the countertop, and he's basically just a face with a sleeping bag all bodied around him, and he's doing his stretches and things. It's like, yep, that's where I'm at mentally with this right now.
Mm-hmm. That's about right. And this guy comes up and it's basically the owner of the store, and he goes, "Oh, what's the problem?" And it's, "Oh, we're poor, we're homeless, we're going to die of starvation."
Yep,
And he's like, "Oh, well, you can always have the room above my shop. It's not used for anything." And she was like, Tijiko goes, "Yes, that's a great idea. We love you." And then Gamma goes, "But we've got to pay you some money for that." And
that's right.
then Tijiko takes Prisho to one side and does the dark. We're going to die because of some goody two shoes yellow person putting their foot in.
It's so good. It's so good. It's the everything's gonna work out just fine. You can stay here for free. Oh, but we should pay you. He's like, oh, you're right. You should pay me some money. The fuck is wrong with you? Why did you say that?
Yeah,
We
very
we could
much.
have been on easy street. And then, fortunately for them, though, he's like, but you can work here to
That's-
pay your way.
Yeah, pretty much. And then
And then they
Prisho,
end up working in sort of a bookstore, book, anime, manga, and
yeah,
stuff store.
yeah, it's called Gamers.
Yeah.
And it's an actual store,
Oh,
apparently.
really?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
like
wow.
some crazy mascot anime deal for the store,
Oh, shit.
apparently, from what I read online. But
When I eventually go to Japan, I'm gonna have to visit.
maybe I don't know. He might not be around. Might gone.
Well, you mean Japan as a whole, considering they're still locked down horribly?
Well, yeah. I mean, the post Olympics didn't help.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, even
yeah,
though the
very
big
true.
protests about it. Yeah. So also, you should mention Pixel kind of wandered away at that point, going type thing, and then everyone's just like going, what would be the best way to put it? They were going, oh look at the cute girl type thing, like
Uh,
not in a creepy cute girl kind of way,
no, they
but
were fawning over her cuteness.
yeah, as like people over babies type thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that type of way. Um, and then so basically they agree that, and that's the end of that episode. Essentially, I
And
believe.
that is probably the most we'll be able to talk about any of the episodes.
Yeah, I believe maybe Digital fires a big laser. She has laser beam eyes as well.
She
Uh,
does. I couldn't remember if they appeared in that episode or if that came up when Ruby and Rose uh came
oh,
into it,
oh, is it? Yeah. No, I think she's shot.
which
She
is the
shoots.
second episode.
Yeah, she shoots Gemma, and at the end of that episode, there's a shadow of a rabbit type girl in the corner spying on him.
That's right.
And then the second episode introduces that character.
Which is Usada. She does not like being called, which is her actual name.
Yeah.
She likes to be called Ruby and Rose, and she's an idol. She's gonna be
Well,
famous.
yeah, she's kind of just like, did she?
Yeah, and this kind of I say like that is very much all I can say about this episode is that she's in it. She's introduced, and there's a rivalry between Digico and Ruby and Rose because she always just calls her Usada.
Yeah.
She's like, that's not my stop calling me. That's not my name. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. That's all this episode does is set up the fact that there's a rival,
Hmm.
and then we sort of move on to the next one where I think it introduces the next character, which is like this little boy.
Uh, yeah,
He wants trading cards.
that's right. He's a really shy boy who wants trading cards, I think.
He's afraid of the store, and I don't know why. I
Because
don't know that that's ever made particularly clear as to why.
I don't think this anime makes anything particular clear as to why things happen.
Um, is very true. Um, and
And
yeah,
it,
he's looking for a particular deck update, I think, or like a booster pack,
mhm.
and he eventually sort of manages to make his way in, but of course becomes incredibly shy and frightened of the store. And they're like, "Here, the cards are over here. You can come and get them." He's like, "No, that's fine. I don't need them. I'm gonna leave now,"
Yeah.
even though they're like right here. Uh, but then ends up getting the cards anyway.
Yeah, and I didn't like him, I believe.
Yeah,
He's like, oh,
man.
I don't like that. But I don't think that was like the third episode. Because,
Did it?
no, there's got to be an episode where Robbie and Rose also starts working at the store. Sure, that was like the third episode or something, isn't it?
Oh, I think they're the same one.
Oh, is it the same one as two? Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah. Anyway,
but yes, you're right. The rival ends up, of course, working in the store, and I think that's maybe why it adds to his discomfort because I think both of them are trying to
I don't. I think
sell him
it's
the cards.
well. I don't know how much Dig- Digital actually tries to do anything in that job.
No, actually, you're that's probably right. She does very little,
She
ever.
annoys people. Um, and then there's an episode where Critical is trying to do her laser beams,
Yes.
and it's just fucking I don't know streams of shite come out her eyes.
Uh, but we'll get to that. But yes, essentially, that's the third episode. Is uh, Ruby and Rose? Ruby and Rose comes to.
Yeah, the store.
He comes to yeah.
I think.
Uh, and then yeah, that's that. And then the next one. The next one's like is this not the weird one where like they just go to for a picnic?
Is that no? Is that one? I don't know. I kind of watched it all once.
I'm looking through the very short synopsis of each of the episodes,
That's probably the best thing to
and it
do.
says
Yeah.
here that episode 4 is the one where they go to the picnic, and that means that this is the one where we introduce my favorite character, the yellow bear in the box.
Yeah. Well, this introduced to the yellow bear at that point. So they go on the
Sorry?
picnic. This introduced to the yellow bear. He's not in the box at the time.
No, that's true. He's just the yellow bear.
Yeah. He's just got that one stare in his face.
It's
And
so good, so good.
yeah. So they go on the picnic. They go, "Aha, we're gonna go on this picnic and we're gonna go and have it at the top of this mountain," type thing. And then I think Gemma comes in and says, "Why don't we just have it here? Top of the mountain's
Yep,
quite far away or something." And this girl goes, "No, we're doing it." And then she looks and goes, "It's actually really far away." And then Robbie and Rose fly with her bunny ears, and she flies by them,
yep,
and then gets shot down by Digital with her laser eyes. And
that's
then
right.
and then they have the picnic because they're hungry, and then you're going to go walk into the forest, deeper into the forest to get
Yep.
up the hill, and then meet this bear thing.
It it's such a great character. It does nothing.
It freaks out the other ones.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
just weird looking.
yeah, I think Dishko tries to kill it, but it is able to dodge all their laser beams. Oh,
Yes,
and it
it's
eats stuff.
yes, that comes into play later as well.
Yeah.
Uh
See,
but yeah, that's kind of that episode. And because then that the yellow bear then becomes the yellow bear in the box that sits in the store and now
hmm.
also kind of works in the store, I guess.
Yeah, I think it followed them home or something.
It's confusing. Um I then think the next one is the one where the like the handsome guy who really likes grammar is
Oh,
really like he loves Digiko and their adorable and like Puchiko and Gemma and their adorableness, but he's like, man, you guys are super annoying with adding all that extra language in at the end of your sentences.
something
Why do
like
you
that.
why do you do that? And it's like, oh, I don't know, Neo. Oh God, why are you doing that? It's like you need to say something. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, then we Pichugo and Pichugo, and
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh, I can forgive you for doing it type to you because nah, too cute." Or something.
it's just it's so weird. Yeah, because he's like he's very interested in Puchiko in particular, and is just like, I guess like this is okay. I can't, I can't let my overwhelming sense of frustration at your inability to speak properly uh get in the
Yeah,
way of the fact that I think you're great.
pretty
So
much.
yeah, it's I feel like all the show so far has been just basically introducing new characters because
Uh,
that's kind of all this one does is that guy become kind of like then floats about for the rest of the series like here and there
yeah, and you
in no meaningful capacity.
got the two Digi cool enthusiasts too, but
Oh, the otakus. Yeah,
yeah,
they're this is the next episode where like they appear and things get a bit creepy.
yeah. What was he trying to do again?
It is a good question. I can't really remember. I just it's oh no, that's what it is. They find her tail and they bring it back to her.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because she goes somewhere and goes yay, and then her tail falls off, and then
That's it.
Pichiko basically goes, "Oh, your tail's falling off." It's like, "Oh no, I lost my
Yep.
tail," and then they come back and go, "Here's your tail,"
Yep.
and then
That,
they get praises or something.
yep. That's it. And then we
Uh,
have two more characters that now exist in this show.
yeah.
They do a very good dance in the intro, I must admit.
The Martians have Blob in the intro.
Yeah, they do a little bit of dancing. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool.
suppose the praise to Digital. And then the next episode
This is the one where Gemma becomes bigger.
is that just like the boring one where like the Digital's bored in the store. It's like it's so boring
Yeah.
here. I want something interesting happening. You get to see like Godzilla attacking the town and
No,
all the
that's another one. This is one where just like Gemma just becomes larger because Digico kicks him into the water.
oh yeah, and it swells up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like that's the episode.
yeah, he gets booted into the water by Digital. She's not very nice to people, to be honest. And yeah, and then he get kind of swelled up and it's like, yeah, I'm going to like beat you down type thing.
Yeah,
And then how does he like not be swollen again?
I don't remember.
Anyway,
Like,
at the end, he's basically about to get Tsuchiko. She's running away and going, no, no, get attacked type thing. And
yep.
uh, and then he loses it. And then she's like, all right, I'm going to get you. I think she just then
She punts him again.
back into the water, I believe.
Oh. And then there's nothing meaningful really happens in that episode. And then the next one is like the
Don't know what you're looking for meaning for.
no, that's true. Puchiko, this is the one where she like knows that she has the potential to use eye beams.
Yeah, she's like, I want to use eye beams, and she practices, and it just little streams of shit comes out of her eyes.
Yeah.
And
I
then is it Amir, the grammar guy, comes in and gives him points of like you got to be angry.
yes, use your anger
Mm. Join the Dark Force.
for eye beams.
Mm. And then
Again, these are like 3 minutes and barely anything happens in these.
is that all it was? 'Cause
I really don't remember anything else about that. All I remember is the fact that like she wanted to use eye beams and couldn't.
yeah, but then did she not like? No, that's a later episode, I think. It's a later episode. They all kind of merge
Uh,
into one. They're all pointless.
there's
Next,
this next one. I'm reading the synopsis for it, and I don't remember it. And I've watched through these episodes maybe 3 times now.
oh Jesus, I only did it once.
It says Minagawa is saved from sickness from a prehension form Rabian Rose, who tells him her history.
So there is a time when Tsuchiko gets possessed by something. She becomes like a snail type person because she's under one of those was it capodos, the tail with the covers.
Is that not the next one where like she's identified as the person who robs the store or robs the person rather?
No, no. And then they bring in the shy guy because he can exercise.
He can exercise them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then I think Chiko gets a, like also possessed by some other ghost, but you can't exercise that because you can only exercise the one that Chiko gets possessed by.
Yes, that's right.
It might be that one. Can't think of.
I think maybe. Yeah, let's go with that. Uh, then there's the one about the robbery that I don't remember much about that one either, if I'm honest, and I don't understand. And I'm going to tell you why that I don't remember much about any of these is because one of these episodes really stands out to me as my absolute favorite, and I love it. When we get to it, we can talk about that one.
Okay, yeah.
Um, there's the one where they dream of rice.
Dream of Rice.
Yeah, she's trying to sleep, and like literally, is all they're dreaming about
Oh
is like
yeah,
the big nigiri and things like that.
yeah. And then they're all jumping all over the place, and she's slamming her foot into Pikachu, and she just wants to be a bit left alone. So she moves away, and then Gemma bounces all over the place because he gets so excited. But then she knows how to do the eye lasers now, Pachiko, and zaps Gemma.
Yes,
And then they both have a
yes.
big argument. Like, you used your laser beams in the middle of the night on me. And it's like, no, I didn't. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't.
Oh, this show makes
and
no
that,
sense.
and then that was it.
That
That was
okay?
pretty. Well, I think that was it.
We've uh oh wait, it's a clam spirit. We've jumped one. We've talked about that already. Then episode
Yeah, yeah.
13 is the one about the clam spirit. That's okay, that episode. But the one I want to talk about is the monsters and stuff appear. Is my absolute favorite thing in this.
Oh, yeah. So that's the one I was on about, where Godzilla
Yeah,
appears and all that other
because she
shit.
starts the whole thing starts off with her in the store. It's like, I'm bored.
Yeah,
I wish a monster would attack it. It's like
yeah,
monster attack, really shittily drawn.
yep.
Godzilla is like doing some stuff, and Robbie Rose is like, oh well, she's like, oh, I guess it's getting exciting and stuff now. And Robbie Rose is like, maybe you should use your laser eyes. No, I don't want to. Oh, and then Robbie Rose is like, well, I'm gonna save the day with my guns and shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like pulls
Because
out a handful of guns on each side,
yeah,
and then just gets like properly
yeah.
turned to dust. It's great. And then, of course, it's met with the sort of laugh that I love.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so dumb.
She does have. That's just cool. This is like a two-part, that one. Does it not continue in the next episode?
So, no.
No.
The next episode is another great one to talk about. Um, the great thing about this one is that it's an episode done in 4 parts. So we're on the first part, which is the monster attack, and then it's like she tries to use her laser eyes and it doesn't work. And they're like, oh, we should like throw these bags of smelly stuff at the thing,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
then use. Oh, sorry, she does that first. It's like, well, we need to like, make it dizzy or like, distract it. Just throw this, and they're like, like Gemma's filling the bags of rubbish with hot water and deodorant to make them smell even worse,
Some of that.
and
Yeah.
then they all throw up. And then
Yeah.
they like launch the bags, and the Godzilla is like, oh no, and she uses her eye lasers, and it just does nothing. And then the and the bear in the box just floats in and hovers in front of it, and then devours the entire
Godzilla.
Godzilla
Yeah.
thing.
He's all,
Um,
he's all Godzilla.
but there's 4 parts in it, and I can't remember what the middle 2 parts are. But it's like part 1, monster attack, part 2, and then part 2 finishes immediately as soon as the part 2 title card is shown, and then it goes on to part 3, and then part 3 is like the the bear in the box in the store, and an alien going like, "Hey, I want to buy this thing.
Yeah.
Excuse
'Cause-
me, I want to buy this. Hey, what's wrong with you? I just want to buy this." And then the title card flashes up for part 4 about aliens attacking, and then the episode just ends.
yeah. Very much. I
Oh my god!
think part two, I think it's not like some other random monster attack.
It might be. I don't think you
And
actually see anything. I think it just flashes up on the card saying this happens, and then it just changes to the next thing immediately.
supposedly. Ah,
Uh, I watched that episode maybe 5 or 6 times. That one really, really made me laugh.
uh-huh.
It's really dumb, and the jokes in it are really good, and it has the bear in the yellow box in it in a more prominent role. So I was pretty down with that.
But oh yeah, it's my
Uh,
favorite character.
yeah,
It's the most.
and then the next one
Mhm.
is the one about the guy that comes to town and he's the total douche to everyone. He keeps causing a commotion. He's the blue guy.
Oh yeah, the
And
guy,
he's like,
the teardrop guy.
maybe yeah, he's like, maybe I'm not good enough. But like I'm trying to be a good guy. And everyone's like, okay.
That's cool. And then he just like, yeah, he just like totally, God, just goes off on one big rage.
He does. He has this whole speech, and then he steals the food that they want to eat because he's really sad, and they give him the food,
Mhm.
and he cries and yells while shouting how delicious it is.
Yeah.
Um, and then it's kind of like, cool, really like the store, thanks guys, and leaves.
Pretty much. And then that's it.
It's
That's the episode.
yeah, man, that's weird. The next one we don't really need to talk about because it's essentially a music video for a song called Party Night.
Oh yeah, yeah, party night, man. Do
Other
do
than to
do
say
do
the dancing's fun and the song's all right,
do
could be worse.
do. Party
Uh,
all night. It's also
and
about
then
stuff.
yeah, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
worth a watch.
yeah.
Um, then the last episode is the Christmas episode where they're all like preparing for Christmas, and
Mm.
Dejiko's like, I want to kill uh Isahara, so I made this bomb cake that's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Um, and like immediately, I can't remember what it is, but somebody says something to her like that immediately is like, oh, this is I've done a bad thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
someone got through to her.
yeah,
And then
and of course she's like, oh my god, she's probably already dead. And she turns back up at the place. Is like, oh hey,
got this
I
cake.
thought we should share this cake.
Yeah.
just just like obliterates everybody in one.
Yeah. Uh
It's it's actually a very satisfying end, I think.
yeah, they blown up the store a few times in the show.
Yes, that is true.
You missed
Uh,
so I think the one that we're talking about with the illness, right?
mhm.
Is I think it's like the shy kid. Because the shy kid finds out that who Robbie and Rose is goes to school or something. It's like a school kid at school because
Yeah,
he does find out her real person life, and there's a big story about these dice, why she has dice in her hair in her hair.
that's her back. Yeah, it goes into her backstory, but the dice in her hair, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and it's about something like her rich parents went, "Ha, we're off to America. Here, have these dice,"
that's right.
and that's why she has dice in her hair.
That's her backstory. Is that
Yeah,
her parents abandoned her and left her some dice?
yeah. All poor and that. It's like, fuck you. We're
Oh
off to
man,
America. Um,
what a harsh lesson.
yeah, that's pretty harsh. Yeah, so that's
That's kind of
essentially
it.
uh, this guitar.
I
Um,
mean, when you remove the minute of intro to the 3 minute episodes, there's really not a lot in this.
there's it's quite deep, man. It's quite deep.
Yeah, like I think we could like take some time and really assess the weirdness, but it's just man, there's so much going on in this without anything actually ever happening.
Yeah.
It's it's mental. I
No,
showed it to
it's
my wife, and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, I don't really know." And she's like, "So what's happening?" I'm like, "Again, I don't know." And I'm not saying that because I'm watching this for the first time. I'm saying that having watched it multiple times, I still don't understand what's happening in any of this.
yep,
None
yeah.
of it makes sense. It just
Just
exists,
just is.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I know you said that I would be like you were maybe not concerned, but you weren't sure I would enjoy this. I did enjoy this. It's really dumb and really fun, and it's not a big commitment. So definitely worth the time spent, in my opinion.
That's good though. Yeah. I mean,
Did you enjoy going back to it?
Oh yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, I didn't really watch it back then either. I think I watched some episodes because it's like, yeah, it's just dumb, stupid mindlessness with the senseless violence. Essentially,
Yeah.
pretty much a lot of violence in pretty much most episodes of some sort. Someone getting hit by laser beams, almost in every episode. Maybe a few.
Someone's getting blown up or
Yeah.
something done to them.
I
That's for
mean,
sure.
in the intro, you literally see Jessico like uh, stabbing Gemma with two big giant spikes, and it was like a balloon losing all his air.
What the fuck is Gemma? Yeah, like this is like sometimes when people say that's like, oh, that just feels really anime. It's like, well, this is kind of one of those things from like if someone who had never watched any anime, like because I get things like things like Trigun or like whatever. They're a lot to take in because they're very non-traditional and they're using the format to their advantage by having storylines and things that are driven in a way that normal live action stuff just wouldn't be. Um, but that kind of gets like exploded out into it's like, oh yeah, it's just crazy all the time, just like everything's weird all the time, all just for the sake of being weird. It's like sometimes yes, but this is that.
Yeah, yeah,
I think to a degree.
that style. Yeah. Well, I mean, put it this way: is they kind of half referenced it in Hurry Suzumiya in, for example, the movie that they made
Mhm.
where Mikuru was meant to live in a shop above a shop in a room above the shop, and that's kind of like this exactly what happened in this is they got a
God,
room above the shop.
that they worked. Oh my God,
Yeah,
all connected.
it's all connected, man.
Holy
But
shit.
yeah, but it's just kind of shows you it's not just it's like kind of like an anime trope. I think there's a lot of anime where I think that shit happens.
Jeez.
I think just trying to think of a
Well,
memory.
well, here we are. We've done
Hmm.
our sort of second palette cleanser, and it lived up to the weirdness of the previous palette cleanser of what was it, Vampire Homes, which
Yeah,
was great.
yeah.
Um,
It made about as much sense as well.
well, the thing about Vampire Homes that I will love to this day is that it has, I think, what is one of the greatest jokes in anything ever, which is when he's showing in the leaflets and it says 30%. It's like, what's 30%? Is it the line above this? Is 30% the width of the page? What does the 30% mean? Like, I just love the depth that they go into that particular detail on that
Hmm.
is incredible. It's so stupid and so funny, and I still laugh about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Disney Child does that to the extent as well. I mean, it's
Oh,
the
oh,
backstory of Rabbit and Rose and her parents leaving her and leaving these dice.
yes.
That's just ridiculous. It's like, oh yeah, so why do you get it? Why do you have dice? Oh, it's because of this, and has like a wee
Yep.
bit where it's just like these kids, two parents saying, literally going, we're off to America now. Here, you're sad. Have these dice.
Funny.
Literally is along those lines. I mean,
Uh, well,
uh,
we've managed. We got
mhm.
to the end of it, and
We got to end of this one anyway. There's lots more
yeah.
Digi Chariots out there.
Oh yes, we'll maybe revisit that at some point. Who
Well, they
knows?
introduced a new character, the proper
Oh
rival to Digi Chariot.
shit.
Yeah,
Now,
it's like
now I'm now I'm
Panda Girl,
curious.
who really hates
Well,
her.
uh, thank you very much for listening.
Mhm.
As you all know, for those who are listening, we are Who's That Anime, and this is a podcast that is available on anchor.fm/ Who's That Anime.
Mhm.
The podcast is available in all good podcasting software. You can search for us. Reviews are not mandatory, but very much appreciated. Any opinions, any feedback that you have, very much would be liked. It would be cool to get. We don't make any money doing this. We just kind of hang out and talk about anime. So it'd be good to build a bigger community that likes to talk about anime with us. That's kind of, I think, where the fun is. So if you want to leave a review and tell your friends, that would be cool. We also have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ Who's That Anime. You can find out when we're going to be releasing new episodes there, and also just occasionally memes, and most likely in the next couple of days, pictures of my Haruhi CD that I will put up, just to prove my apparent brokenness for that movie. And other than that, Colin can be found on Twitch playing some video games from time to time on
Mm.
twitch.tv/couchfuel. There's a back catalogue and archive of all of the Couch Fuel content from Twitch on YouTube on the channel Couch Fuel. You can find that just through the search. Similarly, I sometimes play horror games. You can find me at twitch.tv/Hale Payman, and I have a back catalogue and archive on YouTube too. You can find those by just searching for Hale Payman.
Yeah.
I think that about wraps us up.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Neo is war. Neo is war. That's. I remember that the video. There was like a music video that someone did
Yes,
of Triple H's intro.
yes.
Trying to play the game.
Oh God.
It's funny. It's got the laugh in
It does.
it.
Oh, the internet is so broken.
Yeah, that was made way back a while when
God, I
this
love it.
troll was
Yeah,
hard.
proving how broken it was all the
Yeah,
time.
there's plenty more where that came from. I mean it.
So we'll be back uh, next week after our little palate cleanser here to talk about Serial Experiments Lane,
Hmm.
which I am rewatching for the first time in I think close to 20 years. So it has been a while.
Yeah, I watched it a bit sooner than that. Later than that, I finally watched it like maybe 5 years ago or something. But yeah, it's it's another head scratcher.
Yeah, it definitely left an impression on teenage me. Uh, like I was
Phew.
pretty. It is one of those like like what were your favorite movies in college era, and it's like, oh, like Fight Club and Usual Suspects, and it's like, oh yeah, these ones I see. It's like it's sort of in that same vein of like it. I think scratched a particular itch at that time in my life when I was getting into more anime at the same time, and provided that sort of weird narrative that
Mhm.
not all of them did. But I suppose you like Perfect Blue and Paprika and things like that around that time were kind of doing.
Yeah,
Uh, I hadn't
Paprika
watched
was
those
good.
until after this, so
Yeah. Well, this has got more to it because it's a series. The other ones are maybe.
yeah, they're movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I mean like they're attempting to do something with a little more substance than just looking cool and being violent or anything like that. It has a
Yeah.
particular message, I think, behind the storyline and something that the creator was trying to get across. So it'll be interesting to see how well that translates to modern day. Because I watching it now, um, where we are with the internet
Yeah.
has been eye opening versus when I first watched it when I was just about to get broadband. So
Yeah.
it's
So,
I think it's particularly interesting.
did do you ever play the game?
I did not know there was a game.
Yeah, it came out the PlayStation.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, there's a game of it.
Is it in English?
It might got released in America. I don't think it
Hey,
came
we
out
should
here.
when we can be in the same room together, which seems like we can start to do that pretty much now.
Yeah, we can do that
We
now,
should
man.
maybe, live stream some serial experiments laying the game.
Yeah, we need to track it down. Could do the
Yeah,
Ghost in the Shell game too. The
oh
PlayStation
man,
one.
I remember playing that on the PS1.
I had a demo. It was pretty cool. It's actually a nice, smooth, fast moving game.
Yeah, like
And
surprisingly for the PS1.
yeah, in the attackable. Attackable? This is like a tank thing that you were in.
Yes, I remember playing that and Karushi. So that not it's not an anime game, but it was the one I was playing around the same time. I think it was called IQ here.
No, Kirushi I think was here. IQ might have been over in the States. It's the one about the block rolling towards you.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember the demo of that, yeah.
It was Karushi and Ultimate Karushi. They were great games. I really liked those.
They were pretty cool. I got to say though, I did just play the I did just play it on a demo disc on a
Yeah,
rare game.
I rented it. I rented it from the local video store. Uh,
Ah, was
as
it
a
a
last
block?
little recommendation before we go, then I suppose I should say also I've been playing. If you like Picross, as I do, I play lots and lots and lots of Picross. The new Sega Picross that just came out
Uh-huh.
is pretty good.
All right,
It's real
okay.
good. Um, Lots of cool Sega music from the Master System and Mega Drive,
Yeah.
and lots of different games represented, and like hundreds of puzzles.
Yeah.
So
Is it like the Konami one?
yes, yeah, it's like the Konami one. I actually think it's a better package than the Konami one, though. Must
Yeah.
admit. But the Konami one was great. I enjoyed playing that. That was the one on mobile, right? I
Yeah,
played that
yeah.
for quite a while.
It was all
Yeah,
right. I did it all.
I wish they
And then
released that on
cons.
on console.
Yeah. I played the Konami one for a while. I completed it essentially one run. Then I got a harder mode. And then it was
Yep,
like, nah, fuck that. It's just the same puzzle.
yep.
They didn't
Yeah,
they
I
just made it
put
hard.
I put a lot of hours into Picross.
Se-
Um,
Seems
I
that way.
have I think no less than 10 Picross games on my Switch.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Anyway, um, this has been Who's That Anime? With your host Steve and your co-host Colin. And we'll see you next time for some serial experiments lane. Bye
Neo,
now. Neo. Gemma.
Gemma,
Gemma. Neo.
Gemma.
Ah,
Bye, folks.
bye.
Let's stop this now.
Yeah.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. No way you can shake me. I am heavy debt. No way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bench from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. 'Cause I am the game and I want to play.